So, Article 13 has passed. I recently made a Dutch version because I was upset. And many people liked the video and they asked for an English version, so not only am I going to make an English version of my Article 13 video for the outside world, I'm also going to make an English version from my original first Dutch talk video. So, for all the English people, you are so lucky. So let's start with Article 13 for the first video. Last week, Article 13 got passed. It was a very painful moment for me because I tried my best to make sure that people would know what Article 13 is. Sadly, to my grief, 3 generations are in a war. My generation ignored me. The younger generation is currently battling it out for the climate. The climate wars is what they call it. And the older generation is obsessed with Brexit at this moment. So while Article 13 is busy, Brexit and the climate change war have priorities. Brexit, for example, which is bad. I don't know, I'm not from UK, so but for the people in the UK, it's bad. Okay. But every day talking about Brexit here, Brexit there, that's too much. I mean, the days that they're gonna vote, you can make all the news you want, but between those days, I appreciate not telling us small things, okay? And then let's talk about the climate wars. Probably outside of the EU, you don't even know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna explain to you. Right now, currently in Belgium, and it will soon expand to the EU because laws. Let's say people between the age of 12 and 17 are every Thursday skipping school legally. So you're legally allowed to skip school and go to Brussels and complain and make, these stupid things about climate. Like banning plastic, banning too many cows and stuff, which is, like Brexit, important. But while the younger generation is talking about climate, and people realize that and they make news articles about that, and the older generation is with Brexit, news is again talking about it. So you see, these two have their own problems, the adults with Brexit and the childs, I'll say, the teenagers about the climate. There is a third thing in the middle for my generation, which is Article 13. And just like these two generations, I wanted to talk about Article 13. But still today, a week later, not a single news channel broadcasted mentioning Article 13 exists. Nothing. The only thing I could find a week after the votes are done is one newspaper made a small little article about it, and one news channel made a digital article on their website. That's all. One article in the news, one article in the newspapers. That's it. You have to search to find these two specific articles. And for my generation, that's of course terrible. So I'm upset by 3 generations. Not just 1, 3. You managed to make me upset with 3 generations. the younger generation who are with the climate stuff, which is important, but the earth is gonna stand in 50 years. The internet not. So why are they suddenly making a climate wars while Article 13 was at its peak? That's like ignoring the important things and start a new thing, but that's important, I guess. I'm also upset by the older generation. Not only are they keeping talking about Brexit here and Brexit there, they also ignored Article 13. And I'm upset with my generation in the middle, because they ignore me. They're like, oh, it's not funny. If I post something funny, they immediately like it, share it, blah blah blah. If I would say, here's a free iPhone, the first who comments gets it. I get 20 comments in a second. But if I make an article about, hey, Article 13 is going to happen, and these are articles, and this is what's gonna happen, please like, watch, share, tell your friends. A lie? That's for, I check my Facebook feed and my Twitter feed, and every time I mention Article 13, it's ignored. Everything below, everything up, fine, but that specific article is the least favorite thing from the week, I would say. But I'm also upset by the fact that they approved Article 13. And what is Article 13, you say? For the EU, it's like a ban. No Facebook, no YouTube, no Twitter. You can't share things. For example, this logo is not for me, this not for me, this Apple box not for me, Bionicle not for me. I broke so many laws with Article 13. So how can you take away the internet? Well, simple, it's a copyright rule. I understand the copyright rule, but they locked down the internet. And it upset me. And YouTube and Facebook were loud and clear. If Article 13 passes, they must do one of these two things. One thing is spend millions of dollars to make an overkill system to make sure that only 1% of the footage gets on YouTube, because the other 99% is Article 13 banned. Or the second option is what they're going to do is they're not going to waste their money and time and space on an article that should not happen. So they're going to plug off the internet. YouTube is going away, Twitter is going away, and all this stuff. Only the biggest companies ever are going to exist. And Europe is known for having a lot of small companies. Small stores, small websites, small channels, even YouTubers. For example, PewDiePie, the biggest YouTuber on YouTube, is still a human, another company. PewDiePie is going to disappear. PewDiePie uses the European version. Unless Brexit happens, maybe, but he's going away. Because YouTube in Europe is going to plug up. So he's going to disappear. And people in America, for example, you guys, you are also losing a lot of money. A lot of big companies get a lot of profit from not only yourself, America, but also from Europe. And if you lose Europe, it's like you lose 50% of your money. What's that for a business thing? Here, 50% of your money is just going to disappear because you get a wall. It's like a wall around Europe. Nothing gets out of the wall and nothing gets in the wall, and in the wall nothing exists. So I want you to like this video and share the video, and please, in the name of God, wherever you live, America, Europe, Asia, I don't care, tell people what Article 13 is. There are a lot of articles on the internet who have like an entire booklet of information. Just search on Google Article 13 of what is Article 13 and save that article and send it to everyone you know. This is Jamie from Jamie's Place, signing out.